Good morning, 10th grade. I am ready for page 11 in your math books. I think we'll do from page 11 to 18. I won't be reading everything. I will say this, that I found it interesting that they did well in explaining the slope concept. Page 11, down at the bottom, it talks about, take a look at that right down at the bottom there. It tells you the right end of the line. If you have a slope on the graph, and I don't know if you can see here, but if the right end is pointing up, then it's a rise. So you always look at the right end of the arrow, at the right end, and then if the slope is pointing down, you look at the right end, and if the arrow is down at the right, always look at the right end to see if the slope is going up or down. Then turn your page over to page 12, and it says the slope of a line is a change in the y value between 2 points divided by the change of the x value of 2 points. So it's if you have of your x, your slope is how much it rises and falls or goes down. The definition for 2 points x1 and y1 and x2 and y2 on the line, the slope of the line may represent as m. M is always represented as the slope. So the way you would find it, look at page 13. I will not be showing you many of these examples, but on page 13 you can draw a diagonal line, a square, and find the slope without working out the steps like I am going to be working out. If you want to do that with the ones that you have a line on the graph, feel free to do that. It's a quicker way, I think it's a quicker way than working out the problem, but not all of them will be grafted. So if you don't have a graph, then you'll have to work them out like I am going to show you here a little bit. Turn your page to 15. You again have two definitions on 15, and I found those helpful. First one is a line with zero slope is a horizontal line. Okay, horizontal, horizon. Think of horizon. That one has zero slope. Okay, it's like this. It's not going up. It's not going down. Horizontal, zero slope. And then a line with no slope, the second definition, is a vertical line. So if you have one that's perfectly up and down, that is called no slope. Okay, so now keep those two separate. Horizontal is zero slope, and vertical is no slope, or sometimes we referred to it last year as undefined. So let's start out with 1.54. You have, I'm going to start with the first one. You want to find the value of m, which would be the value of the slope. Put y on top, x on bottom. Okay? Now move over and put your -2 first, and -2 underneath, a 2 and a 2. Now pay attention here. They have to be in the proper way. The top lines have to be your y's, and the bottom ones have to be your negatives. So look in your book. Pay attention to the way it's set up. You'll get the wrong answer otherwise, okay? So that means if you go subtract 2 from 2, that means I would change this sign and make this a -2. And the rule is in subtraction, like signs add. So you got a -4, and of course the bottom is the same way. So -4, if you figure that 4 into 4 leaves you with both negative, it makes you a positive answer. So your slope is 1. Okay, turn the page to 156. On 156, you again can figure the same way. Put your y's on top to get the slope. Put your y on top. put the negative 1 first. So if you're looking at the first one, that is the bottom one over to your left. Put the negative 1 there, and then put the negative 2 right below it. And then put your 1 on top and your 2 here. Again, you're subtracting, so that makes this answer a negative. Always be careful when you subtract, or you'll get in trouble with the negative and positive. So that makes this a negative number as well. I didn't put those there. Maybe I should. That makes you a negative 1 and a negative 2. So the rule is now you have an addition problem. 1 plus 1 is negative 2. 2 plus 2 is negative 4. And I reduce that down and I come up with 1/2. 2 negative signs. Oh, I should be 1/2 negative, I think. No, if I reduce it down, 2 negative signs make me a positive, is what I come up with. But now, negative 2 and negative 4, I think this should be a negative. I didn't put it down, and I'm not going to take time to look it up in the answer book. Okay, I will go to 160. 160 is where I talked about that you have the vertical line, and there was nothing to figure, or I figured nothing. It's a 0 slope. And so we're right there. I'm going to do 163 as well. 163 on the next page, page 17. You find the upright line, and that's no slope. Okay, there's a difference between 0 slope and no slope, and it's going to be undefined. I don't know. Yes, I'm going to do 166. 166 is identical to what we have been doing, except you don't have them on the graph. So 166 is 6 and 2, 7 and 3. So I put them in the proper place. I put 3 here, 7 here, 2. I believe that marker wore out. 2 and 6. 2 come here, and the 6 come down here. Now, you'll need to subtract. 2 from 3 is 1, and there's no negative and positive numbers, so this is easy. 6 from 7 is 1. And again, 166, your slope is 1. Did another one on 70, just because it was zeros. I thought that would be a little bit tricky maybe. So I again put the 2 and the 3 on my slope. And, 170, I'm on the wrong page. Go to page 18. And since it was 0, it actually made it quite easy. 0 from 3 is 3, and 0 from 2 is 2. So this is your slope. Now 178 is just a little bit tricky. I worked for maybe an hour to try to figure out how to do 178 to 183. And I worked and worked and worked, and if I come on this side, I'll show you how the book set it up. This is the way they did it. Your slope is 2. You have a 2 slope. So they said subtract 3 from y and subtract 1 from 2. So I'm telling you how they set it up. They put a 2 here. They said this equals 2 and y from 3. So that would be my top one. I don't know where this 2 comes more than the slope was 2. So now they said 2, comma, they put a comma there, y3 equals 2, y5. I don't know how they got that. So if I tell you the truth, I'm stuck. I will come back here again tomorrow and we'll start out with 78. If you figure it out before then, you call me and tell me how you got the answer, and I will, I don't know what, give you a lot of credits. No, I'll try to figure it out and get back with you again tomorrow. You have a good day. Thanks.